Hello, English Flint Man here. Yeah, basically we're going to try out some of the field flint that I got from my daughter's house the other day, from a field near her. I've napped a couple of bits. This one's in the process of being done. Bit of finishing off to do. Done a nice one yesterday, which is in my cabinet. And we're going to try another couple of bits today. So these are two bits that I found. Just have a look. Hang on one sec. Just going to make sure that I'm in frame. Oh yeah, looks all right. So these are a couple of bits that I got yesterday. This one's really light in colour, but I think it might be darker inside, but we'll see. This is just like a big old slab that was in the mud, been well knocked about. As you can see, flake scars all over it, and they're just, that's obviously a plough or a tractor's hit that. So we'll have a go with this. I'll tell you what, we'll go with the little one first. Make just a simple biface out of it. Trusty bopper. Indirect. So what we'll do first is little grind up. Not that it needs it, because it's been sitting around in the field for years. God knows how many years. Let's see where we go with it. It's not my biggest bopper. That's the big one. Still holding up nicely. Love them, absolutely love them. Right, okay, let's see how we can get on with this. That's really, really white. Strange stuff. I'm not complaining because it's nice. It looks nice. I'm going to go La Fenoise, so I'm going to go round. Which is basically the easiest way to keep an even kill all the way around. So you hit there, turn it over, go to there, turn it over, and so on. Turn it over. Turn it over. Sometimes it doesn't go how you want it to go, because it might shoot off a bit. Look at the colour of this stuff. And it naps really nice. So I'm going to have to be careful, because I've got a couple of little bits of this. Really reminds me of Novaculite. But it obviously ain't, because it's from the UK. Just heading on round. Got some nice little ridges going on there, look. So really you're zigzagging. I'm going to try now to get this section out here. which was quite successful. Look at the colour of this stuff. Right, so I went down there, we took that out there, so we'll turn it over again. Do the same. You know, try not to ruin it. There's like a purpley colour there. Can't probably see that in the camera. It's like you say, you don't know where this has been. Whether it's been at the bottom of the ocean. Apparently England used to be a tropical island at one time. Millions of years ago. It seems a bit hard to believe because it's pissy cold here now. That's the sort of stuff you want. It's really, really weird texture. It's like a blade core right there. Look at that. Shoots across. It's a little bit off kilter at the moment, but still a bit of a weird shape. It's so light. So I was over there the other week and I found a nice light bit. I've only found one piece, but I need to spend the day over there. The only thing is there's a farmer. There's another blade core there, look. It's like, it's just lovely. So last time I was there was a few bits there, but obviously didn't do much with them. Broke them up, but this one, I spotted this one on the floor. It was basically the same again, same sort of stuff. So let's try and make something of it. Well, I'm going to make a biface, so. It's crazy. See, what I don't do is I don't grind enough. I've just ordered another couple of these. I forget to grind. And you pay the price if you forget. Because it just doesn't, the removals are not, they don't crush when you grind. But so far so good. That's pretty much all the Cortex off it, to be honest. It's like a white Novaculite, heat treated, but this isn't heat treated. It's crazy. So it is a flint of some sorts, but I don't know what. Right, so what we're going to do now is we've got a heavy side and a flat side. So what we're going to do is we are going to Get my old Mike Tufts bopper, the last one left, pretty much on its last legs, but great little tool. And we're gonna go round the edge, all the way round, to bring that centre line up. Right, that's the theory. It's coming up. What you don't want to do is take too much off, because then you'll end up with, well, like that for instance. You don't want to end up with something that's tiny. You can still get an arrowhead out of that, but obviously we've got the turtleback, the nation of turtleback, the mother of all turtlebacks. So now the line is lifted, what we're going to do is take some of these off here, but with indirect. So see if we can get those turtlebacks gone. There's hardly anything coming off of this. I could probably say this actually isn't flint, because it's acting really weird. Right. Let's see if we can bash something out of here. Bit of turtleback removed. Go around this side, see if we can take this little ridge off here. You can follow these lines. That just went up. You need to get it across. But that went across. Right, what's going on with this? Quite a bit of the turtleback's going. Sorry while I adjust my life. I mean, that is basically a usable, small, very small biface. I'm having problems with this. Keeping this from moving. Sorry about this. So for some reason I can't grip it under my leg. Might be these trousers. Well, that was quite a decent one. I'm going to try and keep quiet because it's starting to thin out now. Like this is this is all over the place. Let me try the thicker bar. This is 1/2 inch, this copper. Right, that's got a lot more. Right, that's more sturdy. I think it's these trousers. They're like a silky trouser that I've got on, like tracksuit. Right, okay, so if you see them few removals right there, were the removals that I wanted. There's a couple of little bits there. Let's just grind that off. This is starting to become on a little bit of the small side, so this might be a birdie point. It was already very small to start with. So what we're going to do is try and take off that and that. That one. We've got a bit of a ridge there, but we can do that and it'll get rid of it. Right, okay, so completion of number 1. I wanted a little biface to go back to make a arrowhead out of, and there you go. There's a nice little biface there ready to go. Nice even sides, just ready for refining, pressure flaking. So I'll come back to this one and I'll show you the result of that on another video. Right, the second one we was going to look at is this. This is a weird shape. When I first looked at it, I thought that looks like an hand axe, or someone's been using it. But then I thought, it's in a field, it's probably been knocked about. So what I'm going to try and do is still make it into an axe, but I'm just going to go round it, just thinning it all out, and then I'll probably put it in a piece of wood. But saying and doing are two completely different things. Let's just hope that it works. I've noticed my last video, my shorts are getting quite good reviews. I'm doing a bit of fun ones on there for Halloween and stuff. But I've noticed my last full sort of video, a couple of last videos have done quite well. So I'll thank you for that, for tuning in. You know, I'm learning, but I'm improving, but very, very slowly. It takes years. Right, let's get back to the moment. Let's have just a quick look. Right. A right old pickle here. Right, put that back. Right. I'm not going to use the pad because I don't know whether we're going to see it from up there. But anyway, this is the stone. I'm going to go around it now and just see what we can do with it using Lafonmois technique. Right, so we've got a natural striking area there. So if we go slightly off of that, using the big bopper this time, and see if we can get some nice removals. Right. So straight away you can see it's pretty much all right. It's like a browny colour. So there's removal in one hit, which was there. Turn it over. I'm going to start round here. Not bad. Cortex is coming off. Platforms are being created. Right, that was a vial removal, because what that's done is scooped right there. I rushed that a bit there. I should have. What did I do wrong? Well, sometimes you don't do nothing wrong. What I've done there is I just rushed it. I've not grinded this. So I'm going to leave this side now and try and work my way around the other way. Sometimes if you just don't strike it the right way, it's a very awkward shape though, and I don't hold out any. It might be alright. Let's see if we can get something decent come off of here. I think we'll start with this front section. See, once again that's scooped, which is disappointing. Right, we'll leave that. We'll see if we can get around here. Scooping. It's really weird. Right, well that was a little bit better. Right, that's not very good. Right, I'm going to shut up for a minute. Concentrate. Because so far we've got horrible scoops. I think it's just the flint itself. Yeah, this is solid. I think what I'm going to do. Let's try and put it on the leg. See if we can drive some flakes across there. See what I'm going to do as well. Use this for better grip. Right. Don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to have to really hit this because it ain't moving. Right. Well, that done it. I've actually took off a quite a nice flake. A little bit wobbly, but we can do something with that. Right, so we hit that there, that come out of there. it's just a not a very nice size, like not a nice shape. Just try and come off there, same area really, but you sort of, the options are pretty limited. I can't believe this. Right, I'm gonna have to start this front here again. Just want to get something drive through. Right, well that sort of moved that. But God, did I have to hit it. It's just really unusual flint. All the stuff I've collected from there is just really weird. Right, well that didn't sound very good. It was a nice little flake. I mean, look at this. I think that's just years of abuse. This rock's been kicked around. That's a bit of a weird shape, so we'll get rid of that. Right, this is, you've got scoops, you've got, all sorts of nonsense going on this. It's coming apart. Right, well that's progress. So that's took off that bit now. That flat edge is starting to go. I think we'll take this one off here first. Okay, so we've got side. So we'll turn this over. It's crazy stuff. Right, so that come off there. Now you'd think that'd come off there, but it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to move. So we'll try and stay where we are. Yeah, this doesn't want you to be gentle with it. This wants abuse, this thing. And this bad boy will give it the abuse that it wants. Just scooping like a lunatic. Right, so I've took that out there. That might come off now. This is one of them super duper hard pieces of flint. I didn't like the sound of that. Scooping again, but we are creating something. I don't know what we're creating, but we're creating something. We're creating a nice curve, put it that way. This really reminds me of root beer, this one. But once again, we're in the UK, so what's going on? Right, still got this flat edge round here. And that's the, you know, that's the weird thing about flint and chert and obsidian and everything else. You can never predict. I mean, there are people out there that do, you know, a thing called fog napping, which is a great thing, but most of it is, you know, sort of done for you, as it were. I'm not going to put my foot in it here because fog napping is a in itself is a difficult thing to do, but if you was fog napping, you'd want to heat treat this and then do it to how you want it, because it would perform a lot better heat treated. But we're not going to do that now. We're just going to try and do something with it. Right, okay, so the majority of the cortex is off. There's your centre line, little bit of a curve. So we're getting that side done. Now we need to get round here. See if we can take this off here. This is a scary hit. Okay. That did more or less what I wanted it to do. And so did that. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Flat sides coming off. Jesus Christ. That is unusual, to say the least. We've got some horrible bit here, which I'm going to try and get out. We need to get some sort of usable biface out of this, and at the moment it's not very usable. Let's try and get rid of that. Well, that could have gone a lot worse than what it did. Still working our way around it. Not forgetting to obviously grind as you're going round. Right, I've got this last bit left, so we're going round this. Got a bit of a flat edge, but that's all right. We can tap that down. But we are getting round it. I couldn't have picked an actual worse piece of flint, but there you go. Yeah, that was just right, let's try on the knee again. This could go into a million pieces here now. Right. Well, that was a bit of progress. Nearly enough. That's nearly taken out, but we are trying to deal with a shape that is just beyond beyond ridiculous, to be honest. Right, I need to get something off of here. Right, I don't know what happened there. I'm frightened to look, to be honest. Oh, okay, well that wasn't that weren't the end of the world. It's still an absolute animal to look at, but there you go. Let's try and get some shape back into it. Because, you know, it can take one hit to change. I mean, look at this. So, well, let's go on to the indirect with a big bar. We'll do something with this now. Because this thing's got a mind of its own. You want to take some really heavy wax, get an 1/2 inch copper bar. It doesn't mess about, but you've got to hit it with all your might. Surprisingly got out of jail there. Like I say, you need a few decent removals and then you're back in business. Just a minute ago, I wanted to just quit. Now I'm sort of back in the game, sort of. I'm all over the place here. I'm just hoping this is in frame. Right. Right, that was a big old removal, but it was any other time you'd hate it, but it was worth having that time. This here is a mess. Got to try and do something with it. Looks like there's a crack running through here and all, so we could be getting towards the end of a... I can't use that as a biface, that's just not acceptable. Six months ago I would have been happy. I'd have been completely happy with that. But now I'm not. Right, let's see if we can get this. We might have to go back to the bopper now. I don't think we're going to get that removal done there. I don't think I've got enough it might work. Let's try. Right, that actually worked out quite good. It took out a lot of mess. This side, I don't know what that's going to do. Let's see. I think what it is, you've got a lot of concrete here. I'm not making excuses, but I think that's what's making this crush. I mean, you could use it as an axe head, put it through and add that as the striking edge, but I would like to take a bit more. No, I'm going to carry on. I've sort of not really known what I'm going to do with it, so I've sort of now got to the stage where I maybe just want to just put it in the bin, but we might get something out of it. We don't know yet. What I'm doing now is I'm going underneath like that. Sometimes what that does, that forces that out. But it can snap an edge as well, which it didn't do that time. It's just a vile bit of flint, to be honest. Prime candidate for heat treat. Yeah, that's just a... Okay. Well, I'm going to say it's not one of the best videos, but let me see if I can... let me see. I'm going to see if I can get this off here. I think the only way around it is the bopper. See if I can raise that edge. Right. Well, we've brought the edge up. it's still there. I know I've gone quiet because I'm in. Right, well, it is slowly thinning up, but it's tired me right out. So I'm going to do a couple of more removals and I'm going to call it a day. Could actually make it into a curved blade. Depends how much more it's going to allow me to take off without becoming too small. I'll do a couple more removals and then I'm done because I'm actually tired. Now look, a curved blade. Things just evolve sometimes. Got to remember not to put these trousers on again. Hey. Right, I'm struggling with these trousers that I've got on. It's just not holding this. It's not tightening. But what I've ended up with, it needs refining, obviously. Which while I'm here, I might as well do it. Must remember not to wear these trousers anymore. pretty good. I mean, it needs a lot of refining, but I've just run out of puff. Couple more removals on that side. I just can't remove anything at the minute, but you get the gist of what's going on here. Inner handle, obviously it needs refining. It's pretty, it's not the best one in the world, but like I say, a couple of decent removals off of there. Right, let's see if we can get this. Can't seem to get this tight here. Ah, right. That's trying to brush it. Okay. Well, there you go. Just could have took my time a bit more, but I've tried to get these big removals gone. There's one nice one there, the next one, but it was a pretty bad piece of flint, so we'll call it a day on that. Continue my little arrowhead here, and also working on a new way of removing. So I've got a piece of wood there, and then this goes under here or under this leg, but you need to be in a chair, and then whacking down like that. But you need to get that, but you need to be in a proper chair to do it. Basically, you sit on it like that, put your feet down there like that, piece of flint goes there like that, but the opposite way. And then you just see a guy doing it the other day, so I've obviously it needs a lot of practice. But it removes really decent. Just got to get a set up on it right. Saves you putting under your leg. Anyway, that's the contraption. There's a bit of everything today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Yeah, shorts are still going well. I appreciate you looking in, getting those views in for me. Yeah, some days it's better than others, but yeah, you might like it, you might not. English Flint Man signing off. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.